what you guys say you can do, that doesn't mean shit. Okay.
Okay.
What means
So
anything is
am I
only the result
understanding
they want.
am I understanding what you're saying? Like, for instance, I had a client that said, you know what, I'd just be happy with one consistently every single month. I know that that's uh,
You wouldn't, you just
very
don't
doable.
accept that. You just don't accept that. So like when you told me, I mean, I'd be happy with, being under, I'd be happy with 190. I was like, I mean, but like, where do you really want to be though? Like you'd be happy there, but nobody, and the thing is it's like this when someone says, well, if I'm being realistic, nobody ever dreamed to be realistic. You know what I mean? So your goal is to get the genuine place that they want to be, somewhere where they say, I really want to be at that place, right? That's what you want. Nothing else. All right. And you also don't want to enforce a result upon them because maybe they want something bigger. Maybe they have bigger dreams for it. Right. You don't have to say they can or can't get that. But what you can say is if it seems unrealistic, you can give them a different time frame. Right. So you can say,
Mhm.
okay, but like in the next like 3 or 6 months, though, like where would you really want to be? Like if you know they're not going to be getting like 20 extra clients, you say, okay, but like in the next 3 or 6 months or so, like where would you really want to be? Like ideally. Okay.
Mhm.
And then you tie them to a result that they genuinely want, that they see as valuable. And you can extrapolate on that specific thing where you say, okay, if you got that result though, like how do you actually see that changing things within the business? Okay. That's what I would do because then you get them to explain the result in their words, why that exact result is important to them. And that's going to be far more valuable than saying, well, this is the result that we get for most of our clients. Like if we got that for you, what would that actually change in your business? Right. It'll just have a little bit better of an impact, at least in my
So am
opinion.
I to confirm what I'm hearing is rather than taking what I know, as a
Mm-hmm.
advertised achievement or goal or production for them, have this outline the dream start with what I've already kind of uncovered in the pain and in the reframe the gap that really truly is their
If
goal.
you if you have it, yes, if you have their true goal of where they really want to be, you could also reinstate. I know you mentioned earlier you want it to be at XYZ, right? Is
Mhm.
that like where you really want to be, or is that like the safe number, right?
Okay.
So then you can extrapolate further in terms of what is the core goal, what is the core result that they
Yeah.
actually want. It's
Or
just because you get them to explain it. Go ahead.
sure, sure. And also allow them to, as you had said earlier, really put their feet in. This really is a reality. Like
Mhm.
this really can happen. There's so many that they've tried things or whatever, but let's really talk about this happening because this really can. Where
That's
would
why
you
it
go?
also matters. That's why it also matters because if you enforce a result that you guys supposedly get, that's just another thing that you're saying. You could just be another person promising a result, but at the end of the day, hey, real quick. So if you are in high ticket sales and you are absolutely struggling with discovery, you don't know what to do during objections, or just your pitch is a little bit shaky overall, if you are having issues when it comes to taking money from your prospects, I want to help you. So what I want to show you is basically an entire school community that I have of closers who are there to excel and there to do better. So if you want help from discovery, pitch, objections to just general key skills, follow up, referrals, anything that you can think of, landing roles when it comes to real sales mastery, there is help for you in this free school community. And then there's also essentially a calendar of coaching calls that you can actually join as well, where we will help you directly to improve your sales. We'll role play, we'll do call reviews, pretty much everything that you would need to be successful in sales. Okay. So if you want to join that, you'll also be able to see some of my live sales calls. Just click the link below and I'll see you there. Bye bye.